Welcome once again with exciting video on IBDP chemistry program. Today I am going to discuss what all changes has and happened in chemistry guide, and the first session, first year examination in the month of May 2025 is going to be. So in this video I will talk about what are the new updates and what all new changes IB has done in the chemistry guide. So whenever, if you are a new teacher, the most important thing is you must see that diploma program is written on the top of the guide and chemistry guide, and the first assessment is 2025. So this shows that this is the latest update, latest guide. If you go into the document, it's a very long document of 90 pages, right? So we'll just skip it fast. So here it's mentioned that this guide is published in February 2023. That means 2 years back this program was updated in 2023, and the academic session began in July 2023, and students are going to write the examination in May 2025. So this shows that this is your updated syllabus. I'm just going down. This document is very important. Being as an IB teacher, you must know the IB mission and mission statement. You can skip. Learner profile, very important. So these are the content. We'll go through all the important part of the document. Before going ahead, let's discuss about this very generic model we all see, right? Where being as a diploma teacher, you must understand what this logo is. So this logo have a central idea of learner profile. If people have all the 10 learner profiles, you will able to teach student, and student will also able to learn. So that's why it is in the heart of the IB program. And as you will come out from approaches to learning and teaching, you will able to do extended essay, you will able to do theory of knowledge, and you can do creativity, activity, and service. These three are the core part of the diploma program, which everyone have to do. If you go out, there are subject choices, and outside of the very last circle, IB diploma, and this is international mindedness. Let's go ahead. This talks about who can take diploma program chemistry, right? And what all things need to be done, how the program will be, right? So before going into the more detail of the syllabus, I will take you through the important points. First important point is what is the aspects of nature of science. So nature of science talks about observation, talks about pattern and trends, hypothesis, experiments, measurement, models, evidence, theories, falsification happened in the past. Right? So nature of science is very broad and very uh, holistic approach, which gives a clear idea how the concept has been developed, what all scientists has done the experiment, and how we can connect to the real life scenario or real situation. This chemistry comes in standard level and higher level, right? We'll talk more about it in the later pages. Each student can write extended essay also in the chemistry. Chemistry can also help in creativity, activity, and service. These are the approaches to learning. As a teacher, you must check. Okay, let me come to the science project. This is a collaborative science project. Earlier, it was used to called as a um, group 4 project, right? So now this project is called collaborative science project, where if you have taken any group 4 subject, you have to do a collaborative task with, with your friends, which comes from different science background, and they have to present a address a real life problem and the solution. So generally it is done in grade 11 DP1, maybe in the middle or maybe at the end of the academic year. So it's a in a collaborative project, student will be from different science background. Maybe someone have taken biology, someone have taken computer science, some have taken chemistry, physics, ESS. They all come, collaborate with one problem, and they will apply all their ideas, thoughts, scientific way to solve that problem, which is represented by the group of that student, and we call them as a collaborative science project. It is not going to be graded, but yes, student have to write 50 words reflection. At the end, student will discuss about how and in what way they have helped in the problem solving, what new they have learned, and what problem they have faced, and how they have overcome. Then assessment objective, we'll discuss about this. This is very important. Syllabus outline, this is important. So in this syllabus outline, the syllabus has been categorized into structure and reactivity. So there are two. Structure, in structure you have structure 1, 2 and 3. Structure 1 consists of models. All structures have a subunits. So there are total 6 unit, I can say. Structure 1, structure 2, structure 3, reactivity 1, reactivity 2, reactivity 3. SL student will take 110 hours to complete this whole syllabus, and higher level will take 180. Each chapter with number of hours are given. Apart from this theoretical lessons, there is some experimental work also, practical work. DP chemistry teacher have to perform, which is 20 hours of practical work for SL, 40 hours for HL. Collaborative science project is 10 hours I was talking about, and scientific investigation, which is also called internal assessment IA, which is 10 hours. So total teaching hours including project, it comes nearby 150 for SL standard level, and 240 for higher level. If you will go into the syllabus like this I was talking about, let's discuss the structure 1, which is called model of the particulate nature of matter. In this topic you have a subtopic which is called structure 1.1. Let me go up. I have came to the structure 1.1. Yeah, so this is structure 1.1, introduction to particulate nature of matter. Structure 1.2, nuclear atom. Structure 1.3 is called electronic configuration. Structure 1.4, counting particles by mass, which is mole. And structure 1.5 is ideal gases. So this is structure 1. Structure 2 is models of bonding and structure, in which we have 4 sub chapters: ionic model, covalent model, metallic model, right? So all these structures is all these subtopics are given in structure 2, and models 2 material is also there, which is in, so there are total 4 subtopics which is need to be covered in structure 2. Structure 3 is classification of matter, where we are going to deal with only 2 units, and both the units are quite big: periodic table and functional group of organic compounds and the classification. So you can see structure 1 is quite, if you will see, there are total in 3 units, that is structure 1, 2, 3. We have 5 units in structure 1, 4 units in structure 2, and 2 units in structure 3. So total becomes 5 plus 4, 9 plus 2, 11 chapters. And if you will see reactivity 1, what drives chemical reaction, in which we have units called reactivity measuring enthalpy change, reactivity R.1, reactivity 1.2, energy cycle, reactivity 1.3, energy from fuel, and reactivity 1.4, entropy and spontaneity, which is a complete higher level topic. When we say higher level topic, the meaning is only higher HL students are going to read this particular unit, right? I have made it a different color. In reactivity 2, we have how fast and how far the reaction will go, and in this unit we have 3 subunit. Reactivity 2.1, how much the amount of chemical change; reactivity 2, how fast the chemical change; and reactivity 3, how far the extent of chemical change. So these are 3 units. The last unit, reactivity 3, what are the mechanism of chemical change? In that we have 4 subunits: reactivity 3.1, proton transfer; reactivity 3.2, electron transfer; reactivity 3.3, electron sharing reaction; and reactivity 3.4, electron pair reaction. So if I can reduce to show you what all chapters we have and how we can plan to do it in grade 11 and 12, it's depend on teachers to teachers. If you will ask me, I will go ahead in a sequential order. I will start my lectures with S1.1 and will finish with R3.1 in the later series of videos. So this is the whole and soul of the syllabus. If you want to understand the detail what is given in the syllabus, then you have to go down. Let me show you. Syllabus content. So you can see this is your structure. Structure 1, how to understand the syllabus format. I am just showing you. Model of the particulate nature of matter. We are doing structure 1.1, introduction to the particulate nature of matter. There is a guiding question given which always keep your lessons intact. How much hours you are going to dedicate to this particular unit is 2 hours. These are the, in the boxes they have given the topic, the tools and all they have discussed. Then 1.2, 1.2, 1.3, additional higher level. There is no AHL section here, right? Let me show you some places where additional, like see here, additional higher level topic is given here in S1.2. So standard and higher level, this is the common 1.2.1 and 1.2.2, which is 2 hours, and then there is an additional hour for higher level, that is 1 hour. So like this you can see the entire guide. This is whole about the whole thing talking about the content of the topic, what is need to be taught in the syllabus. I'm going down. Even as a teacher, you can go and check the details before going into the actual learning and teaching process. Let me go down. Whenever you're going for a teaching, you must check the syllabus first. Assessment in the diploma program. So there is formative assessment which keep on going. You can keep on checking. So in the assessment, so there is a two paper examination, which is also called external assessment, which is a total of 3 hours. There's 80% weightage will be given, and there's the internal assessment I was talking about, which is 10 hour, and this is 20% dedicated, 20% weightage. So student will write 80% examination, which is consist of paper 1. Paper 1 is consist of 1A and 1B, two subparts of the paper. Paper 1A is multiple choice and 1B is database questions, which is of total 55 marks, and weightage is 36%. It's 1 hour 30 minutes duration. Second, paper 2 is also 1 hour 30 minutes, but here you have a short answer and extended response questions. Long answer, short answers will be there. Again 50 marks, but duration is same, 1 hour 30 minutes. Weightage 44. This is for standard level. If you will see the higher level, a higher level external examination is of 4 hour 30 minutes. So it's 1 hour 30 minutes extra. Internal assessment is very common, so there is no change, which is 20% weightage. Here also student have to write paper 1, which is 2 hour paper, and paper 2 is 2 hour 30 minutes paper. Paper 1A multiple choice, 1B database question, marks is 75 and the weightage is 36%. Paper 2 short answers and extended response question, 90 marks, 44% weightage, so it's quite big. It's very important that students should involve in actual understanding what kind of questions are coming. So it's teachers' responsibility to prepare them for this. These are the details. So paper 1, as I said, 36%, 35 marks. So there will be 30 multiple choice questions, standard level only. There is no marks deduction. Paper 1B consists of 25 marks, which is database questions on experimental work. Students can use calculator and data booklet. So use of calculator is permitted, and the chemistry data booklet also will be available. Paper 2 short answer, extended response questions, calculator is allowed, data booklet is also allowed. In higher level, the multiple choice number has increased by 10, so it's 40, and by 10 marks here. So database question and experimental based questions will be there. Again, calculator is permitted and chemistry data booklet is also allowed. Paper 2 consists of short answers, extended response questions on standard level or higher level. Both will be there. A complete syllabus will be there, I can say. Internal assessment, which is an individual and independent research work conducted by the student. So this time IA have bit change. Student have to come up with their ideas. They have to discuss the style. They have to discuss how they're going to do the experiment. Time allocation is 10 hours dedicated. They have to maintain safety and all. The criteria for this time is criteria for IA for SL and HL is common, right? So there is no change. So it's a 20% weightage, as I mentioned, requires 10 hours of dedicated work by students, and it's an open-ended task where students have to gather and analyze the data in order to answer their research question. And this outcome of the scientific investigation or internal assessment is going to be written in 3000 words. What is not included in the word count? Your charts, data tables, equation, formula, calculations, references, citations, bibliography, header. And what need to be in the start of the report? Title of the investigation, IB candidate code, IB candidate code for all the group members if it is a group activity. When I'm saying group activity, doesn't mean that all students are going to submit the same experiment. Experiment will be same, but research question will be different. If it is a group work, they have to mention the group and the number of words here. There is no requirement to include a cover page or content page. This is very important. How the investigation will go on. So student can do hands-on practical laboratory work, or they can do field work, use a spreadsheet for analyzing and modeling, extracting and analyzing the data, and use of simulation. So teacher must ensure that students are familiar with the assessment criteria. Teacher have to ensure that students are able to investigate their individual research question. Teacher should counsel the student on whether the proposed methodology is feasible or not. Teachers ensure that students have given appropriate consideration to safety, ethical, and environmental factor. Reminds the student about the academic integrity, which is very important. As a teacher, you have to go and check the authenticity of the experiment by looking into their work. Developing the research question. Help the child to formulate their research question. Methods, as I mentioned, method may be an independent, may be a field work, may be a group work. So each student develop their own method to answer their research question. The student investigates by manipulating the independent variable, selecting variables during fieldwork, selecting different data from external database. There is a collaborative work also associated here. If they are doing a collaborative work, then what difference will be there? A student within the group investigate their individual research question by manipulating a different independent variable from those selected by other groups, the same independent variable with a different dependent variable for those selected by other groups, or different data from those selected by other groups member from within a larger communally acquired data set. So group work is permitted, but they have to tweak with their independent and dependent variable. And then after that report is submitted, you have to give the feedback. 1 or 2 formal feedback is enough. After that, final feedback, not feedback, I mean the final document will be taken and uploaded on IBS. The total marks of IA is 24. And there are 4 criteria on which assessment is going to be done. Research question 6 marks, data analysis 6 marks, conclusion 6 marks, evaluation 6 marks. Let me show you. Referencing and academic integrity is very important. Students have to mention from where they got the idea. This is the criteria I was talking about. In the research question, there is a grid descriptors. You have to read the descriptor and you have to give the marks based on these descriptors. Every criteria, like data analysis, the grid descriptors are given. You can see here, yeah. Like for data analysis, 6 marks, the bands are given. In the same way, a further clarification is also given if you need. For conclusion, again 6 marks, bands are given. So these bands will help you to give the marks to the student, and at the end, um, there are some terminologies which you have to understand in the assessment. Like assessment objective 1, they ask for draw and state, annotate, calculate, describe, estimate, outline. Each assessment terminology have, sorry, command terms have a different meaning. So as a teacher, it's our responsibility to guide the student to understand the meaning of these terminologies, and student can also understand before writing their answers. So that's it from my side. I will uh, I will request students, teachers, those who are seeing this video, I will help you with the IA's documentation. I will help you in um, with some topics. I will come up with new videos where all IA topics will be discussed. You can choose, then later on you can email me to ask how we can go ahead. In the meantime, I will also start sharing the topics, notes, and the handwritten notes on the channel so that you can use it and you can spread this news to everyone in a peer, in a teachers group, or in a students group. Subscribe my channel and this will help you a lot. Thank you and see you all in the next video.